Привет, tovarищи, and welcome to this video. I've got these 4 guys done, mainly focusing on doing like a lot of smaller projects rather than one big project, which takes me about 6 months to do. But yeah, I'm kind of enjoying just getting working away a few kind of figures here and there. So without further ado, I'll go into what I've done. And first of all, it's this Commissar here. Really happy with how he's turned out. I think he looks pretty intimidating, as Commissars should. I was a bit worried that the black jacket was going to look a bit too BUF. So obviously he's got his red star on his cap and the red armband with a hammer and sickle on it, which was really fun to paint actually. Quite enjoyed that. Proper fiddly, but I feel like it looks alright. If not to focus, you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, the black jacket kind of comes from the trend of Commissars to wear leather jackets during the Russian Civil War, and also apparently, according to source books, in the British one as well. So he's got the black jacket, and just hope to hell he doesn't kind of blend in with the Nazis, because you could think that horseshoe theory is a thing. It really isn't. It's bullshit. But yeah, okay, maybe that's a signifier for that. But yeah, happy with that. Obviously he's got his army gear as well. He's got his green cap and his green trousers as well, so that kind of differentiates him a little bit from the Nazis. So that's always nice, making him look a bit different. But I like his pose as well. He's kind of stood there quite defiantly, waving his pistol around, threatening anyone that turns to run, with either a gentle tap on the back and some inspiring propaganda, or most likely a bullet. But of course, we're British, we don't stand for that kind of thing in this civil war. We'll leave that to the more troublesome continental fellows. Bloody hell, I went full nationalist there. But next Commissar, that's the second one. I like him as well. I like his megaphone. Makes him much more effective in the game. But I don't like the pose as much. I feel like there's better megaphone poses out there. Empress Miniatures is a really good one, but it will do for now. I mainly got this pack for the Commissar in the other set. In the last video I did with the flag and the Budanovka, these guys came with that along with Comrade Trotsky, but I've already got a Trotsky, so I'm painting it up for a mate, and he can have that model. But yeah, I feel like he's alright. Obviously he's screaming out his propaganda, and again, the megaphone gives him an extra 3-inch on his order range, so that's really helpful in bolt action, which is the rule set I use mainly for Very British Civil War. Also he's got a grenade as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, I feel like the Commissars are quite effective, and of course they need the bodyguard as well. So we've got these well, kind of a copy of Trotsky's armoured train guard. Obviously this is 1939. Trotsky ain't exactly popular in the Soviet Union, but I thought, you know what, we'll do it for the hell of it. And also I don't know, maybe it'll look good for the propaganda pictures. So obviously this is just complete farb. These guys didn't exist in the 1930s. But I thought it was fun to do, and also if I ever do Russian Civil War, these guys are there as the elite. But yeah, they're really fun to paint red. It kind of imagine, kind of like doing Napoleonics again or something like the Brits. So that was fun, and I feel like they look quite smashing, in there. It makes a nice difference from the khaki of the other Soviet Solidarity section. Yep, so we've got another one there with the flaps down. I really like these poses as well. They're beautiful figures. These what was it, cobblestone casting Bolsheviks. Really nice, and I'd love to paint some more. Maybe get a Bolshevik machine gun or something else. I don't know. Yeah, they're really nice to paint. And obviously about the Budanovka as well, quite interesting. It actually stayed in service until the outbreak of the Second World War, 1941. I think it was when the Red Army fully replaced it. So it means 1938 they were still using them. They were used a lot in the Winter War as well, because they offered winter protection before the Ushankas were made, which is the more famous Russian hat. So it's kind of canon. It kind of makes sense for them to be having the Budanovkas. It's kind of like the surplus has been sent out to Britain, whereas the actual Red Army keeps most of the actual equipment. Yeah, nevertheless, looks fun on the tabletop, fun to paint. Don't really care. I'm going to use them. I'm just going to make up my own kind of canon to justify it. So, with that, that's another update done. Next will either be Oswald Mosley and his wife, the arch villains of the Very British Civil War, obviously, or a workers machine gun team, whichever one I kind of want to do more. I'm kind of leaning towards the workers machine gun team, which is going to take more effort, but you know, it's much more effective on the tabletop, so I'll probably go for that. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.